What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share and also comment. So guys, in this video I want us to watch this video. Donald Trump, he is acknowledging Ibrahim Traore as the king of Caribbean and also Africa because of what Ibrahim Traore he is doing in Africa and also how he is influencing other Caribbean leaders. So Donald Trump, he has come out and acknowledged Ibrahim Traore to be the king, as a king of Caribbean and African countries. So kindly guys, watch this video till the end, and in this video we are going to see what Ibrahim Traore he has done, or the things that he has been doing to his country, that it has made him to be the king of the Caribbean and Africa. So kindly guys, watch this video till the end, then I'll be back with more comment.
Our religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong.
Guys, Burkina Faso just launched its own pharmaceutical plant and national construction company. So according to Burkina Faso's Ministry of Health, this plant is going to take care of production of local generic drugs for the citizens at lower cost, and is also going to make Burkina Faso one of the leaders of health innovation in Africa. I mean, all these things you are seeing like this are made in Burkina Faso. All this is armored tanks, war trucks, a lot of them. Take a look, it's massive how big it is, and all of them is made in Burkina Faso.
The first cans of tomato concentrate made in Burkina from the tomato processing plant in Bobo-Dioulasso, Burkina's second largest city. Local tomato processing is now a reality thanks to contributions from the local population. This venture into value addition will create great opportunities not only for the city but for the country.
We used to have problems with sales, and when producers managed to export, it was to Côte d'Ivoire. There too, the tomatoes rot on the way. With the arrival of the plant, this handicap has been dealt with.
The transitional president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, invited Burkinabes to subscribe to the shareholding for the plant, eliminating the need for external aid. The plant will help to mitigate waste in the tomato sector due to insufficient storage and processing infrastructure.
This is part of the industrialization process. We can only be proud of our approach, which is understood by the people. The message for the Burkinabe is to have confidence, because this is concrete proof, and I invite the Burkinabe to continue to subscribe to the popular shareholding program. Endogenous development is a doctrine. We can only develop through ourselves.
For the people of Bobo, this plant will bring a new lease of life and provide an economic boost to the country's second largest city. The factory will be processing locally grown tomatoes into paste, puree and sauces.
Comrades, members of the various SA governments, dear participants in the first sleep of SA heads of state, good morning. It was a great pleasure and an honor to be here today. A blessed date, a memorable date, July 6, 2024, here in Niamey. First of all, let us give thanks to God who made this day possible. We thank him for everything he has done for us until today, and everything he will do for the people of the AES. Please allow me also to pay tribute to the Nigerian people, these people who have suffered so much since the advent of the CNSP, and who continue to remain standing. Thank you to the Nigerians who gave us a warm welcome yesterday when we set foot on the soil of our homeland here. You are more than friends, you are more than neighbors, you are our brothers, you are our sisters. Because fraternity goes beyond friendship or neighborhood. We have the same blood flowing through our veins. In our veins runs the blood of these valiant warriors who fought and who reserved these lands that we call Mali, Burkina, and Niger. In our veins runs the blood of these valiant warriors who helped the whole world get rid of Nazism and many other scourges. In our veins runs the blood of these valiant warriors who were deported from Africa to Europe, America, Asia, or whatever, and who helped build these states during slavery. In our veins flows the blood of worthy men of robust men, of capable men. And for this, let us be proud and thank you for being a national of the AES. Africa, this continent which has suffered so much and which continues to suffer because of the imperialists. These imperialists have only one cliché in mind: Africa is the empire of slaves. This is how they see Africa. For them, Africans belong to them. Our land belongs to them. Our basements belong to them. They have never been able to change software until today. It's deplorable. But how does he do it? It is unfortunately since the 1960s that these 6,000 acres of independence were given to Africa. They just placed local valleys at the head, according to them, of their sub-prefecture to be able to continue to supply them. These local valleys that we are going to describe today as living room slaves have no other guide than to seek to live like the master, to satisfy the master, and to do everything that the master dictates. They steal, they plunder our states, take everything to the master, and their wealth is kept with the master. They do everything to live like their master and always satisfy him. When the master commands, they execute. Do you know who these parlor slaves are? We will explain to you what it is. These are individuals who have no dignity, who have no morals, who have no personality. But the slave master always knew how to identify these individuals. They are always ready to betray their brother to satisfy the master. They have betrayed us since independence, and others continue to betray us until today for the benefit of their master. These individuals always continue against all odds to plunder Africa, to help the master to plunder Africa. They like to say it every year. In their economic survey, Burkina is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country. We are ranked among the last. All right, if we are as poor as they say, but when the time came to take responsibility, we asked these masters to leave the place. Why don't they want to leave? Because we take the case of Niger. For more than 40 years, certain countries have exploited uranium to produce energy at home. From Ottawa to Paris, the streets are illuminated. It's light. But in Niger, it's darkness. Security that served us. When you go to our states, our soils are drilled all over to search for precious metals such as gold. But often, there is not even the slightest accessible road to reach areas where they exploit some basic social services. This is why we decided to revolt and take the destiny of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples, but when we decided this, we were approached by some parlor slaves to give us their master's message, because they had created this sort of polymer chain that sticks up at the head of our states to serve them. And we have come to break the chain, and it's inconceivable for them. They therefore approached us and asked us to join the ranks to form part of the elite who must lead Africa, because they have a trained and formatted elite who must follow, who are embedded in this chain. We refused to join their ranks, and from then on, hostilities began. They have led several mercenaries, trainers, and agents into our areas who have descended into the Sahel to hope to carry out barbaric, cowardly attacks against our populations, to hope to revolt them. In addition to these attacks on the ground, communicational attacks, manipulation, disinformation, etc., are full in their souls. But the people of the Sahel have understood, and we will never be able to manipulate them again. They know where they come from, they know what they are doing, and they know where they are going. We are not going to allow this anymore. People are awake, and people are fighting today, not for ourselves, but for generations to come. And thank you all for the fight that is being fought. It never makes us cry. We are not going to tremble. We will face. We will fight for real independence, for our freedom. Because to scare the people of the AES, these individuals only have 3 terms in their mouths: democracy, freedom, human rights. Of course, their local values are only elected in a democratic process, free and transparent to, according to them, their values. What could be more normal that people want to impose this on us? because they are the ones who make the rules, all right? We decided to take responsibility for ourselves. This is why on May 26, 2023, when Niger decided to turn the page, the slaves of Salon and their masters mounted the high horse. They put their local valleys forward and decided to wage war against the Nigerian people. We therefore said, whoever dares to attack Niger, we will face, because we will wage a merciless war until the last drop of blood for anyone who dares to attack our states. This word, this decision that we had yesterday, is relevant today and will be relevant tomorrow and forever. Thus, the AES was born on September 16, 2023, in a mutual defense architecture. But we found it necessary to extend and enlarge the AES architecture. What brings us together today must allow us to move into other areas in addition to defense, notably finance and the economy, infrastructure, health, education. Anyway, so on. I therefore hope that this moment will be a story for us that we will write for the AES, but especially for Africa and for the whole world. May God enlighten each and every one of us. May God inspire us in these tasks entrusted to us, and above all that, when we carry out all our work, may we have only one thing in mind: the supreme interest of our populations. On this, we pray once again to the good God that He accompanies us all in our various tasks, that He protects our fighters who, thanks to them, allow us to sit here and exchange around the future of our states. So be grateful once again, Nigerian people. Be united and united, people of the AES. Thanks.
Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of Burkina Faso, Head of State. We, the children of Burkina Faso, are here today on the occasion of World Children's Day to share with you the point of our meeting at the hemicycle. This year, we have had an incredible experience. We sat in the Legislative Assembly of Transition as deputies under the presidency of the President of the ALT. During this session, we asked important questions to the ministers about the promises you made to us during our meeting last year. With the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and National Solidarity, we talked about the measures that have been taken since last year to further protect children from child marriages. Concrete actions have been carried out this year to move children away from orphanages and allow them to continue their education. With the Minister of Health, we asked questions about your commitment to strengthening free care for women and children. We asked for the progress made this year so that this commitment becomes a reality for all families. We also asked where the construction of the hospital was, mother-child, so that children and their mothers can be better cared for. With the Minister of Elementary Education, Literacy and Promotion of National Languages, represented by his counterpart, the Minister of Secondary Education and Professional and Technical Training, we discussed two things: your promise to make schools free for all in Burkina Faso. We asked where this promise is and when all children will be able to go to school without danger, and actions that have been taken this year so that schools are better adapted to the needs of disabled children and that they can learn in good conditions. We were very happy to hear the minister's answers. We were very happy to know that marriage has been brought back to 18 years old and that several activities are being carried out to prevent children's work in orphanages. And there is even a green number to denounce those who make children work. We have also learned that the government puts 30 billion francs each year so that children under the age of 5 and pregnant women can be treated for free. Also, the discussions that started for the construction of the hospital, mother-child, and the ground is already acquired. And in 2025, the work will begin. Finally, for children to go to school for free. Every year we build a lot of schools, and we have offered several living children with a disability-adapted material for their education. They told us that actions are already underway and that others will soon be put in place. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, take our concerns to heart and work to improve our lives. We also had a special moment with the president of the ANT, where we presented a film that we made for FESPACO 2025. This project allowed us to share our stories, our dreams, and what we want for our country. Excellency, Mr. President of FASO, even if we see progress, we still have 3 big requests to make. 1. Excellency, Mr. President of FASO, we have heard that even if the law has brought back marriage at 18, there is the exception at 16. Could you tell them to fix it at 18, without exception if possible? This will protect all girls against early marriage and will allow them to stay in school and live their childhood. 2. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, we are happy that you set up May 15th to allow us to know our tradition, but we are afraid that our grandparents and grandmothers think they can excuse the girls and marry the children. We would like to ask you, if possible, to take the floor officially to explain to them the meaning of May 15th, a day of customs and traditions in all languages. 3. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, our parents have explained to us that the law provides that children who have committed minor offences do not go to prison, but that they do light work, such as weeding the CSPS, cleaning the schoolyard. Can you ask the judge to apply this decision? This will prevent children from going to prison and being in contact with bad things. 4. Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, we know that you are listening to us and that you are ready to act to protect us. These changes are very important to us and will allow us to have a better future. Thank you, Excellency, Mr. President of Burkina Faso, for always thinking about us, for protecting us, for supporting us, and for building a Burkina where every child can be safe, go to school and succeed in life. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
You are honorable deputies today. I suppose that in reality, everything went very well. Yes, the ministers were able to respond well. Were they convincing? Okay, thank God. In any case, there are many things that we have undertaken in favor of children, and everything we do is in favor of children. You are the future of this nation. You are the future of the country. So everything we do is for the children. This must already be understood. Every initiative we take is for your well-being. It is so that you can live in good health, go to school, thrive, and do everything you can for the country. Many changes have been initiated. Many things remain to be done. It all depends on the rhythm at which we go. And as you can see, there are many children who were displaced, but who are starting to resume classes little by little in several localities. This is due to the abnegation of the security forces and the VDPs who are on the ground, who give themselves body and soul, who sacrifice themselves day and night so that you, the children, can live in peace and go to school. Just today I was learning in one of the regions. There are at least more than 10,000 children who have resumed classes. Classes have been officially opened. And I think it goes in line with your aspirations, which are that all children can go to school. Educational infrastructures are in full improvement. And I think there are many children among you who come from certain regions who have seen during the rainy season a lot of schools that have disintegrated and therefore have a negative impact on your classes. We have developed a new school model, and we are trying to find ways to implement it everywhere in Burkina Faso so that storms and other natural disasters cannot impact your studies. During the year, there have been a few floods, and in Bogota, there is a school where the waters almost trapped the children, Thank God the firefighters were able to intervene quickly. All this prompted us to think of a school model that will allow children to study safely and to study well. In terms of health, as you say, it is real. We are now launching the Hospital Mère Enfant. Just this week, I had a small meeting with someone from the National Bureau of Major Projects to talk about this. And I hope that in 2025, we will be able to launch it. The ambition is that you go to school for free and that we can take care of you for free. This is our objective, and we are working to make it happen. This is also our dream, and this is why we are fighting. In the mines, we have opted for a technology that has been developed in Burkina Faso. As you can see, recently in the region of the Southwest, and before that in the Zorgo zone, we were able to set up these machines that allow the extraction of gold in an ecological way without using chemical products that can be very dangerous for children and adults, but also that prevent children from coming to the mine and doing some very painful work. So we are developing all these initiatives so that children do not find themselves on the mining sites, breaking stones that are quite painful, or inhaling dangerous chemical substances. So we are working on this so that as soon as possible, in a very short time, we will no longer hear about children on the mining sites. And regarding some of the issues that you have just mentioned, we have noted, we are going to see it is the Code of Persons and Families. The paragraph that deals with this situation of authorization for 16 years is not the authorization of parents only. There is the person concerned. So we will see if there is a place to readjust to adapt to what you want. But we wish that at the age of 18, there is this freedom to choose whether to go to a union or not. At 18, we no longer have a child, so that we can set the age at 18. But we are going to reflect on this paragraph of the Code of Persons and Families and see what can be done. The other grants also are current grants. As you said, we are going to see what can be done with the sectoral and ministerial departments. And I suppose that next year, if God pleases, you will be able to ask them questions about a start of execution of what you want. Traditions and customs are not only what you have said. We have noticed that many people can confuse things. But understand that we continue to educate, to raise awareness, and to explain to people why these days. I think that we went to the museum to see some cultural values that are specific to us. It was also a message to all the actors so that they understand that what we are looking for are some very important values in our cultures that we have left behind, but that could be useful for us. This is what should be expressed. I will give you an example. You see, there are in some villages people who had knowledge of forging who were able to take the earth and extract the iron. But today, are there children who are initiated in this? Are there young people who know how to do it? I don't think so. But still, we buy the iron from the outside. Do you understand? Yet in our cultures, there was this. But we lost it. In our cultures, when I went to the museum, I saw that there were types of constructions that we had that should allow us today, in the context of war, to face the enemy easily. But we lost a lot of things. In short, there are so many positive things in our culture. This is what we want to leave behind. But everything is a matter of communication. We will continue to communicate and to raise awareness about the drifts that can come from the misunderstanding of the 15 meters, and that it does not go in the direction of the decision or anything else that could be harmful to anyone. We can assure you that we are working in full conscience so that you are very good citizens of tomorrow. This country belongs to you. It is up to you to take it. We will instill a certain number of values in you and pass these values on to your children. Tomorrow, you will have children. You will be in our place, and you will also give everything so that your children are in better condition than you. When I listen to you today, you are better than us. We want your children to be better than you. So we have to instill a certain number of values in you. And today at school, we have introduced a certain number of subjects. Civil education, which I teach at the Ministry of Teachers. It is to train you in patriotism so that you can take back your country. And it requires a certain number of values that you have to understand and put into practice every day. There is agriculture, if we can call it that, which will be initiated. The small gardens that you will take back to school to start doing in a practical way certain things that you imagine. And I know that there are many people who like these activities, who may do them by constraint, but if you are initiated, it will allow others to start later when they grow up and to choose their career elsewhere. So even the jobs, a certain number of small jobs will be introduced at school so that those who have a passion for mechanics, electricity, etc., can, from a certain age, start to touch the finger in a practical way, and to be able to specialize at some point to be very efficient in the field they have chosen. This is a number of innovations that we are introducing at school. But we are still listening. Maybe you can think about something and make contributions. So you are not just children. Don't say that you can't contribute something. You can think, make proposals to your supervisors. They will make us go up, and it will allow us to improve many things. Do we understand each other? So don't worry, we are doing everything so that you can be very good citizens and that you can live with dignity, the resources of your country, and that you have a promising future. This is our fight, and we will continue to fight for it. Thank you very much for coming to say hello. I am very happy to welcome you. I am always very happy to be among the children. If I could spend all my days with you, I would do it. But you have to go to work. I also have to go to work. But I hope we will meet again very soon. We will always be proud to welcome you and to exchange with you. Thank you very much to all. Good luck and a good school year above all, and that everyone has the results they expect at the end of the year.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video from Ibrahim Traore, the things that he has managed to do in his country, and also because of that, the president of United States, Donald Trump, he has come out and also acknowledging him as the king, as one of the leaders, that's one of the leaders that other leaders they need to follow his footsteps. For one thing I know is Donald Trump is a true man. What I know about Donald Trump is that man who is straightforward. He doesn't love corruption. Yeah, Donald Trump, he doesn't love corruption. And also, he knows exactly what the people they want. So because of that, Donald Trump, he has seen the achievement of Ibrahim Traore and the things that he has managed to do in his country. And he has come out and acknowledging Ibrahim Traore as the king of Caribbean and African leader. For me, what I can tell the other Caribbean leaders and African leaders is to try and follow the footsteps of Ibrahim Traore. I really love Ibrahim Traore because he's that one leader. You can imagine, he's the youngest African leader. But being a youngest African leader, he has a smart man. He's a brave man. He has a smart mind. So having that smart mind and being a brave man, he knows exactly what the people they want. He knows exactly what the African people they want. They know how the Western people, the colonizers, what they are doing in our African country, because Ibrahim Traore, he has come out and show the world the true the true colors of real leader. Ibrahim Traore, first of all, is not a politician. Ibrahim Traore, he is a leader. So being a leader and being a politician is one thing different, because politicians, they always have a mind, what about tomorrow? Yeah, if these people, they always think about election, they re-elected again. But the leaders, he thinks about what the people they want. The people, my people, they are hungry, they need food, they need money, they need to stay in a better place. That is the leader. But being a politician, they always think about looting money. They always think about themselves, but not the people. But the leader, they always think about the people, then themselves. You have seen Ibrahim Traore, he's not going around with an expensive car. And also, he doesn't want, he declined being given a salary of a president. He declined. He told them that I need a salary of my real salary of a soldier. I don't need that more huge salary of a president. No. So this is the difference between a leader and a politician. So Ibrahim Traore, we know, is a leader, and being a leader, we want our African and Caribbean politicians and leaders to follow the footsteps of Ibrahim Traore. They need to stop. They need to stop selling out their country. They need to stop being corrupt. They need to stop being puppet from the West, because Ibrahim Traore, he has removed the Western people in his country. He has shown us black people that we can still do it without depending to the IMF, to these Western countries, to these loans that these people, they always give us. So Ibrahim Traore is teaching us black people to be independent. He wants our country to be independent, so that we cannot be controlled with this other country, and that it is a real definition, that it is the truth of being a leader rather than being a politician. That's why I really love doing Ibrahim Traore videos, because what he's talking about is the revolution. He always talk about revolution, African revolution. He's one of the leaders that some of our African leaders, they have started following, until Donald Trump, he has come and acknowledged him. And also at some point, I don't know if it is at some point, Ibrahim Traore was supposed to go to Donald Trump inauguration. I don't know what happened, because I know also Donald Trump is a true man. He loves his people. He wants to take good care of his people, and that's why he has started to remove his country from some of the things that they are not benefit. He made some of the executive orders. So because of that, it is the real definition of a leader and a politician. So what we want in our African and Caribbean country, it is not politician. We want a leader. We want a leader. We as black people, when we'll be having a good leader, I promise you our country will be going forward. Our people, they cannot be leaving our country to go in United States, in Canada, to look for green pasture. We are lacking good leaders in our country, both in Africa and Caribbean. In some countries in the Caribbean, we have seen what is happening in Jamaica. They are crying, their leaders, they are selling their country to the Chinese. We have seen what is happening in Haiti. The Asian people, they are fighting back their country simply because their leaders, they were selling out their country. So those are the effect of politician, but not a leader. But if we will be having a leader, he will be showing us the way. You have seen some of the things that Ibrahim Traore has done in his country. You can imagine, this is a one man, a younger African leader. And we are having our black leader, our African leader, who they have stayed in power for more than 30 years, for more than 40 years. They have done nothing in their country. But Ibrahim Traore, he has not finished even 5 years. But you have seen what the things that he has managed to achieve. So kindly guys, I don't want to talk too much. Subscribe if you haven't, like this video, share and also comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye.